umbrella body for Jamaica's trade unions split over the acceptance of government's wage offer. And in sport, a row erupts between a Trinidadian triple Olympic medalist and the country's sports ministry. I'm Ricardo Roberts, and this is Caribbean in 10 for Tuesday, February 20th. I'll be back with the details in just a moment.
Understand that what you now see here in this area is absolutely nothing to compare with what David Carrington and the workmen came upon at this point of time in the cave. Yet another challenging job which these brave men sought to overcome and were successful in doing so. It was a very narrow passage through which the explorers, Tony Mason, Ole Sorensen, and of course the enslaved crawled to reach all the way down to Cascade Pool.
Join Caribbean Passport as we touch down for Trinidad and Tobago's Carnival with fantastic costumes, soca music, and a few iconic characters all in the mix. We also look ahead at what's happening in sunny Barbados. All this and more coming up next on this station.
Well within the Jamaica Confederation of Trade Unions following its decision last year to sign a 4-year wage deal with the government. The University and Allied Workers Union has withdrawn from the Confederation. Representatives of that union walked out of an emergency meeting held yesterday to discuss concerns that the signing of the agreement was premature and not in the best interest of government workers. Under the deal, public sector workers will receive a 5% increase in the first year, 2% in the second year, 4% in the third year, and a 5% increase in the fourth year of the contract. But the University and Allied Workers Union isn't happy about the deal, and other members of the JCTU have also complained that the wage offer is not adequate to cushion workers from the effects of inflation. But JCTU President Helen Davis White has dismissed claims that the Confederation signed the wage agreement with the government while ignoring its members' concerns. Still in Jamaica, police have questioned a student at the Walmers Boys School who sent a voice message to a teacher threatening to carry out a shooting at the educational institution. The Ministry of Education says the 17-year-old was questioned yesterday along with his parents by detectives from the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime. Other students are also being questioned in relation to the case. The student at the center of the investigations purportedly indicated to the police that he attempted to commit suicide twice. The Education Ministry says it is assisting the police in conducting a psychological assessment of the boy. Following preliminary discussions held with school administrators, a follow-up meeting is scheduled for today to discuss the general safety and security of the school, risks, threats, and areas that may need strengthening. Suriname and Dominica are not being allowed to vote at the UN General Assembly. That's because the two CARICOM nations are among 7 countries in arrears in their dues. The other countries in that category are Venezuela, Central African Republic, Equatorial Guinea, Libya, and Yemen. Now, last week, Suriname's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said that the country owed the UN $800,000. The government said it would accept a payment plan beginning with a $117,000 deposit in the coming days so its voting rights can be restored. The Suriname Foreign Ministry Affairs says that in a statement that the country is well aware of the importance of its membership at the United Nations and the opportunities that it can offer in the areas of technical assistance and development cooperation. Meantime, Dominica is still trying to put their pieces together after Hurricane Maria, a Category 5 storm, bore down on the island last September. Over in Antigua and Barbuda now, 3 people who were being questioned by police in connection with human trafficking allegations have been released. Public Relations Officer Inspector Frankie Thomas says they were allowed to go pending further investigations into the matter. The 3 people were taken into custody along with businesswoman Cheryl Thompson, who was subsequently charged with 4 counts of human trafficking. Now, the owner of the Jam Dung nightclub was granted bail in the sum of 20,000 EC dollars when she made her first court appearance. Thompson and the others were questioned following a joint operation that was conducted at the Jam Dung's nightclub and Wendy's nightclub a week ago. 19 women ranging in age from 21 to 35 were picked up during the operation. Stay with us, your Midday Sport is next. In Trinidad and Tobago now, a war of words has erupted between triple Olympic medalist Richard Thompson and the sports ministry over his standing as a national athlete. He claims the ministry has been treating him with scant courtesy since he has been inactive in the sport. TV6's Vinod Nawani reports.
3-time Olympic medalist Richard Thompson is unhappy after claiming that he was treated with scant courtesy by an official at the sports ministry during a conversation via email. Thompson, who is recovering from hip surgery done in January, is upset with Sport Development Associate Shabir Mohammed concerning elite athlete assistance. According to a January 26th email, Mohammed noted that both the N3As and the TTOC recommended that Thompson should receive elite funding. Mohammed in turn sent an email to Thompson which included the following question: can an injured athlete who has no world ranking be elite? This in turn hurt Thompson, who expressed disgust while talking on a radio program on I-95 FM over the weekend.
For them to address me in that manner, right, is extremely disrespectful. As a matter of fact, to address any athlete in that manner is extremely disrespectful. And, you know, I was really appalled reading the message because through the entire correspondence, back and forth, I was very respectful. I was very professional with them.
According to Thompson, prior to his operation, his sister personally visited the ministry's office and presented medical documents to the sports minister's advisor, Garvin Warwick, which showed that $40,000 were needed for the operation. Warwick assured her that he would work on it and get back to her in a timely manner, but in the end, Thompson had to pay for the surgery himself.
These people talk about structure in the ministry. They talk about having a structure and saying that they're not doing things the right way and things should be done a certain way, but they also have no structure as to what goes on with disbursing funds for the athletes.
And of course, you'll get more of that story in our major newscast at 6:30, and also we'll be looking at some of the latest results in the ongoing WICB Regional Super 50 that's taking place in Antigua. That's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.